Hello, and welcome to another video. So in today's video, we're going to be doing baby girl's hair again. This time, it's basically a continuation from the style that I did last time. I told you that I would show you the next time that I washed the style. So this is the first time her hair is being washed outside of like the lock takedown that we did. And I'm just going to show you the way that I would normally wash her hair. It went smoothly. I'm coming to you after the whole process is done. This hairstyle took me under an hour. So if you're one of those moms say, girl, I'll be busy, I don't have time to be doing my girl's hair, that's why I go to get their hair done. I'm here to let you know I don't have to be that way. The style that you're going to see in this video, like I said, it took under an hour with the whole, like the prep time, and the style together. The shampoo, I'll say with the shampoo and everything, was about hour and 20 minutes or so. I'll have the times throughout the video for you. And this style probably would last, I'm going to say something that I would keep in for 2 weeks, but it could last longer because when her hair is in braids, I'm able to wash the hair. Remember, I kept mini braids in my hair for the entire summer and washed my hair with it before I cut my hair off. So I love doing braid styles for that reason, because it can, like, let's say she is playing outside and she gets sand or something in her hair. I can wash her hair in the style that you're going to see in this video. All right, now first we're going to start off with the products. Here is the shampoo that I'm going to be using. I mentioned this one before. I decided to just use it by itself today because it gave me a great lather. I'm going to use the Fix My Hair by Aunt Jackie, which is also, instead of using like, I guess, a lighter conditioner and going back in with deep conditioner, I'm going to use that one. The Not Today, which is a detangling therapy. It was okay, so I'm going to try to use it again today. And then the Honey Hydrate, just because we're actually going to blow out her hair before styling it today, and we saw that it worked well. I like to use this kind of towel. It works better as far as like not having her hair extremely dry. And then the larger beads, which I'll show you this later on in the video as well. And don't be afraid, girl, to see rubber bands. I'm going to use rubber bands, of course, to keep the beads in. A clip and scissors, just in case the hair ties or rubber bands or anything get stuck inside of the hair. So you saw that right. This took me 10 minutes, and the only thing that I did was take down all of the twists before. Remember, we only used like one rubber band hair tie to like band it all together, but there were no rubber bands like with each twist. So it made it fairly easy to take down. I just separated it and very carefully unwound the twist, put a little water on it just to get the hair moisturized and easy to separate when it's time to shampoo. Put a hair scrunchie on it, and then after I did that to each section, we headed to the shampoo bowl. Now, whenever I do not have to shampoo her hair all together, I don't, just because it's very hard to detangle. And as you can see, the parts are kind of already in place. I mentioned in that last video that I was going to clean up the parts with this hairstyle, but right now, for the most part, I already kind of have like blueprint to go off of. So because I'm going to keep this same like style, I'm just going to go in and refresh the parts, and I'm going to shampoo the hair in these 3 sections. So here again is the shampoo that I'm going to be using. I'm just going to do one shampoo, the same little Fix My Hair conditioner, which it worked really nice as well. This brush, I like it. It's a detangling brush and it works the best. And then like I told you last time, I use this hose for the sink. It also has a brush on it, and you'll see that a little later in the video. The first thing I want to do is get the hair as saturated as I possibly can with water. After I saturate the hair with water, I work the shampoo in as best as possible. I take my time with this, especially if I'm only planning to do one wash, and I do it section by section. So after this part is all shampooed and I've rinsed out the shampoo, here's a shampoo brush just to help me get at the scalp a little bit more. After it's all done, then I'll move to the next section. Remember what I told you, getting her hair clean is top priority, especially if you have low porosity hair, because it just makes things a lot better. I will say that this shampoo is not as good as the Carol's Daughter Wash Day Delight. It doesn't get her hair as squeaky clean, but it's still a really good shampoo, and I do like the lather that it provides. So I like to wring her hair out. This way the next product that I put in is able to seep into her strands. This is another thing that works well with lower porosity hair, hair that's just hard to moisturize. Now at this point, I'm not going to try to detangle it. I'm just going to use my fingers and twist it together and just let the product sit and move on to the next section. I'll come back to detangle it before I wash it out of her hair. So just in case you thought this was a grueling, unnecessarily painful process, I want to show you that baby girl actually fell asleep. I actually woke her up when I started to detangle her hair, but she was asleep. She was very relaxed, which I absolutely love. Like, doing hair does not have to be painful, and I've taken these steps so that she can trust me doing her hair. She can trust that I'm not going to burn it with the water. She can trust that I'm not going to just be trying to pull her hair out. She can trust the process, which is why she can relax. So here is the little hair the hair sprinkler. As you can see, it has like teeth at the end, and it does act as a brush. Now it's just going to depend on your hair texture. It really wasn't doing too much for homegirl, so I went in with a detangling brush. Again, I wring out the hair. As you can see, I did put the scrunchies back on it. I wring out the hair to get as much as water out as possible. And then I use this. The material on this little hair towel is like terry cloth. It's not quite like a towel. Like I said, the towel does dry her hair, even though sometimes I do use it. But I decided to use this today. So the next thing is to choose her hair accessories. Now, she has not worn her hair like this in forever, but this is the style that we always used to do, which is why I have so many beads. Sometimes I do like a mini braid hairstyle, girl, but today I'm not doing mini braids. I don't feel a mini braid in my spirit, so that's not what I'm doing. So because of that, I also have like the bigger beads that allow me to do the bigger braids like you're going to see later in this video. All right, so as you can see, the hair is completely clean, and it honestly looks a lot hydrated than it usually looks. So I'm excited about that. I'm just going to take my time section off the hair, use this Not Today as sort of my detangling cream. I'm also going to put some oil on it as a heat protector, and I'm just going to put all of this on her hair as much as possible. I did this to every section, and this, remember what I told you about her hair and low porosity hair in general, hair that's hard to hydrate. This process right here, all the product is just sitting on top of her hair. It's not going into the strands. Once I turn the blow dryer on, you're going to see how it just works very nicely with her hair. That's the only way this product is going to get into her hair, if it is warmed up. So blow drying her hair, it doesn't have to be bone straight, but just, I call it heat stretching her hair, is the best thing. I mean, it's the only way that I was able to do this in a short amount of time. All right, again, I'm going to go in and clean up the parts. Now, my goal with this, as I said earlier, was to make the style, I like to keep them big enough to where it is easy for me to do. Like if I wanted to only keep the style in 1 week, it's not a complete hassle, and I'm not like, oh, when I look at the task that I have in front of me. That's how I choose the size. I don't like to do them too small. I don't like to do them too large. So today we're just going with, something easy to work with. Now I could have made like 3 out of this whole section, but as you can see, it's a lot of hair and 3 would have been too big. So I didn't want to make it sloppy. I still wanted the bead to fit at the end, but I also wanted to be real cute. So I had to just choose a size that fit in between there. Again, I told you before, I'm not like one of those parents who need like extra straight parts, extra neat parts. If you are, you could use grease in between the part to help, the comb kind of glide a bit better. I know people also use Shine & Gem, but like I told you before, Shine & Gem irritates her scalp. So I'm just doing it as neat as I possibly can without using that. You could also use rubber bands at the top of the hair, but I'm also not going to do that because I just like the way her hair looks better without the rubber bands. It's easier to maintain, and then I find that it's less tight. Do you see how hydrated those curls are at the end? Using this method, remember what I told you, that Honey Hydrate does not work well on her hair when it's wet, but when it's dry, honey, it's a contender, okay? Now, I am not afraid to use rubber bands at all. I don't go pulling rubber bands off her hair in any way. I don't pull hair scrunchies off her hair in any way. If there's a tangle, I will cut the hair scrunchie before I go pulling our hair. I make it really tight at the end there just so that the girls at school don't mess with her hair, so that she don't mess with her hair, so the beads actually stay on. And like I told you about the bubbles, I'll put it on the thicker part. And as you can see, I'm just doing it up close for you to see how nice that Honey Hydrate detangle her hair. Like, it's like a beautiful, I just love when it's dry. It's a good product. This hairstyle is very versatile. She could wear 2 pigtails in the front, but I like to pull it all together in a ponytail. It's nice and sleek. Homegirl was really feeling herself. I mean, I couldn't keep her hands out of her head at this point. Every time I finished this section, I just went ahead and put it to the back of her hair. I did keep some out in the front as sort of like a bang. That was her request. And then I'm going to go in and moisturize her scalp as a finishing touch. As soon as I finished, she went and got her bonnet immediately, as to say, I just don't want to mess this hairstyle up. She loved it. And at the end of the day, that's really the only thing that I'm looking for the hairstyle. When she looks in the mirror at it, does she love it? And the fact that it's her natural hair and she loves the style, I mean, what more can you ask for? I did put it in a high pony and then I end up putting it down. You could actually put it in a bun as well. Whatever is however. She loved it. I loved it. I hope you enjoyed this video. And as always, if you have a question, ask one, and I'll see you in the next video.